she hated me, that she wished I was a boy, that I was a mistake, that what's going on, our dysfunctional fam? It's the sixth functional fam here. You know where every day is dysfunctional. If you don't know who we are by now, I'm Kisara. We have my husband Juan, my two daughters Ariana and Natalia, my son Joshua, and our dog Major. And today is Vlogtober day 22. Yes, we have come so far over the past month. I'm so excited. As you can tell by the title, I am going to be doing a story time that everyone keeps wanting to hear. But before I get started, I just want to address two things. It's not even an address, it's announcements that I want to let y'all know. First announcement, we get our electricity back on Wednesday, so hooray for that. Thank you all so much for all the well wishes and everything and prayers. We really, really appreciate that. Number two, tomorrow I start my I can't talk. Tomorrow I start my job at Dollar General, so I'm super excited for that, to start bringing some money in so my hubby ain't got to work so hard. So again, thank you guys for the congratulations on the job. And the third thing is, because we've been so broke, I ain't been able to get my lashes filled, and they look horrible. Like, yeah, this is me with no lashes. Like, I think I got like 3 over here and like maybe 4 over here. But yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna be doing a story time. On the title of this video, I don't love my mom. But before everyone gets in, how can you not love your mom? How can you not do this? How can you not do that? Blah, 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 blah. I put I don't love my mom with a question mark so that you guys can understand the story, and then you guys can put your own opinions or whichever. Positive vibes, please. I'm sure there's tons of people out there that have gone through this as well. And also, I'm outside. It is really cold out here, but it's so loud in the house that there's nowhere for me to really like sit. So I wanted to come out in a quiet place in my surroundings so that you guys can see this. I don't really know where to start in this story time, because I could start from now, I could start from the beginning. There's so much to this story that I'm going to jam pack in a little vlog story time for you guys. There's going to be a lot that I leave out, which is fine, because I could do a part 2 if you guys want a part 2. But I'll just let you know a little bit of the ups and downs and stuff that I have went through. So when I was first born, my mom put me up for adoption. And I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as everybody knows, home of the Steelers, black and yellow, hey. No, let me stop. And when I was put up for adoption, my grandparents were like, oh, hell no, we want our grandbaby. So they went to get me. So I lived in Pittsburgh with them, and then my mom came back up to Pittsburgh because she put me for adoption in Florida. So my mom came back up to Pittsburgh and got me from them, wanted me back, but then ended up leaving me with my grandfather's sister for like 4 or 5 weeks with no explanation of where she was, no phone call, no nothing. Then she finally mysteriously popped up at my grandparents' house because my grandparents ended up taking me back. So then I ended up moving back with my mom up to kindergarten in Florida. And then after kindergarten, 1st grade, I went back to Pittsburgh with my grandparents, was there 2nd and half of 3rd grade, went back to Florida for the rest of 3rd grade with my mom, went back to Pittsburgh for 4th grade with my grandparents, back to Pittsburgh, was still in Pittsburgh in 5th grade with my grandparents, went to Florida for half of 6th grade with my mom, went back to Pittsburgh for the rest of 6th grade with my grandparents. Then after that, I went back to Florida for half of 7th grade, and then that's where I ended up until I moved to Rochester, New York. Now, the story behind me moving to Rochester, New York is my mom, who she was married to at the time, who I called my dad, which isn't really my birth dad. She ended up cheating on him with his best friend in Florida. So one day we all came home and there was a letter in the house saying, by the time you get this, I'll be gone to Rochester, New York, blah, blah, blah. So she really didn't give a shit about anybody and just left us all there. It was me, my younger brother, and my older brother. Then 6 months later, around Mother's Day, she calls my stepdad and she tells him, hey, I want to see Kisara for Mother's Day weekend. So I get on a plane Mother's Day weekend from Florida to New York, which, by the way, I am shitlessly scared of planes and heights and everything. So I was freaking out the whole damn time on my way to New York. So I finally get to New York, and this was Mother's Day weekend of 2002. Get off the plane, get in her car, we're driving down the interstate, and she turns around and she goes,
I got bad news. you're not going back to Florida.
My heart sunk so bad because when I got off the plane, I only had 2 outfits and the clothes on my back because I was only supposed to stay for the weekend. I was so mad I didn't get to say bye to any of my friends or anything. So, but during the time from I was born till the time I moved up here to Rochester, New York, was a horrible time for me because me and my mom have never got along. Like, she traumatized my life. And I think she tries to make up for it now, but sometimes it's a little too late, and I'll get into that. But she used to talk down to me so bad. She used to tell me that she hated me, that she wished I was a boy, that I was a mistake, that I never should have been born, that I should have been swallowed, that she hates me, she wishes I didn't exist. I was ugly, I was fat, nobody was ever going to love me, I was never going to amount to anything or anything like that. Like, I am so insecure about myself now because of that situation. Then that situation bringing me into school made me worse off because I got bullied all the time. I got jumped, I got made fun of, everything. And it was just like traumatizing for me because I am so insecure of myself. I have lost friends because of the way I mentally fucked up because of that. I've lost close people to it. Thank God I have now met my husband because he accepts me with everything that I am, and it means so much to me, like literally so much to me that you guys don't even understand how well it is. So also, she used to beat the crap out of me, like literally beat the crap with a belt, with her fist. She would bang my head off the floor, she would throw me into the wall, she would grab me by my hair, she would throw pots and pans at me. Like, she choked the crap out of me to where like I almost passed out. Like, it was horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Then fast forward now back to where I'm in New York, and she started doing heavy drugs. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. She also drank a lot. Like, she drank alcohol from the time she woke up to the time she went to bed. Like, it was crazy. Like, that's all she cared about. And I don't know if she was on other drugs at that time, but I'm pretty sure she was. But now fast forward back to New York when I got stuck here on Mother's Day weekend, 2002. She ended up getting into really bad drugs like crack and a whole bunch of stuff. And it was just horrible to the point where I was 14 years old and she didn't pay attention to anything I did. I would be left home 4 or 5 days straight with no food in the house. The only thing I would have in the house is a bottle of ketchup and a bottle of mustard. We had a TV that you push. It's like the old style TVs. You push it for on and off. And that's all that worked was the on and off button. And in the living room, we had a futon mattress on the ground and nothing else. Like, I barely even had clothes. I was 13 years old. I found a job under the table making subs where I would ride my bicycle at 7 o'clock in the morning and go all the way downtown to get this job just to make $60 a week. $60 a week under the table, working like a 40, 45 hour a week job. Then when my mom found out I got the money, I would have to give it to her because I felt bad and I didn't know what else to do. Like, times have been so hard for me. There's so much more to these stories, but I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. Like, our relationship now is a little better, but not really. I think she just tries to make up because she realizes what happened back then, and she wants to try to prove to me that she does love me and she is there for me and blase squaze. But I am hurt so bad on the inside of me that I don't know how to be like that with my mother. I look at all my friends who have good relationships with their moms or anything, and I so wish that that could be me and my mom, but it has never been. And the truth of the reality is it probably never will be. Like, even if she tells me she loves me, I barely either don't say it back or it's hard for me to get it out because it feels weird because she's never told me she loved me. And my grandparents were the ones that pretty much raised me, I guess you could say, besides the times that I was with her. God rest their souls. I wish they were here because they were like my light of my life. But there's just, it hurts so much that my mom could treat me like this because I'm supposed to be her daughter, her only daughter. And I have done so good for myself. Granted, I'm not in the best situation with electricity being off and I'm struggling to pay bills and stuff like that, but things happen, you know, and you go through it, and I always try to be positive about it because I would never want my kids to see me down and out. I would never treat my kids like that. I have never, not once, put a hand on my kids. I never talk down to my kids. We joke around and we do all that, and that's how I've always said I was going to be. If I was ever to be a parent, I would never in my life treat my kids or make them feel the way that my mother made me feel. And that was like I was a worthless piece of shit that just deserved to not be here. And yes, I have depression now, and I have anxiety, and I have panic disorder, and I have tried to commit suicide years ago. And I will let you guys know that is not the way to go. And I know that there's other people out there that can relate to this message and that can feel something from this and know that you are not alone. And you don't have to worry about that because I'm here for you guys. Don't ever feel like you're not. Stop! Why would you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I had to. See you later.
I am so sorry about that. I was not expecting that, like, at all. So sorry. You're not. Stop! No. No. Stop! Why would you do that?
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I had to. See you later.
I am so sorry about that. I was not expecting that, like, at all. So sorry. I honestly don't even remember where I was. That asshole. Oh, I'm gonna get him back so bad. Anyways, but I am here for all you guys. Even if we don't know each other, if we've never seen each other or anything, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Bullying is not okay. Thinking you're less than anybody else is not okay. Everybody is equal. Nobody is different, no matter the color of your skin, the way you look, the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you hear, anything. You are beautiful. I have to tell myself that all the time because I don't think that I'm beautiful. And I know you guys are going to be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You're this, you're that, you're like all this. And I really appreciate that. And like I said before, women know what it feels like to be insecure. And it sucks. Especially when you've gone through the life that I've gone through and got to where I am today, even though I'm really not anywhere yet, but you know, I'm trying. I don't do drugs. I haven't been to jail. I haven't done any of that stuff. So I guess you could say I've done pretty good for myself, and my kids are pretty okay. You know, they may not have everything, but we make the best out of what we got, and that's all that matters. And to all you out there, I hope that this story helps a little bit. I hope you guys don't have to relate to the story, but if you do, know that I'm thinking of you. And even if you don't relate to the story, I'm still thinking of you, and I'm here for all of you guys. Everybody knows if you DM me on Instagram, if you write me on Snapchat, or if you write on Facebook, or even on YouTube, I will respond. If I don't respond right away, I will eventually respond, and I am here for all of you. I don't stand against bullying. I don't stand against parents treating their kids any type of way. I don't stand against anybody treating anybody every type of way, because I know what it feels like, and I would never ever treat anybody like that. And I will always remain humble. I will always remain real. I will always remain happy and in love with all of you wonderful, amazing people out there. And like I said, there's so much more to these stories that I could get into a whole bunch. So if you guys definitely want more of these story times, comment down below and let me know. And if you've ever gone through stuff like this, comment down below, let me know. DM me if you're ever feeling sad. Even if it has nothing to do with this, let me know. I will be here for you guys. We will be here for you guys. My husband, Ariana, Josh, all of us. We will just give you a big group hug. We love you guys. So with that being said, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. And as always, if you're a supporter, you guys mean so much to us. So much, like you don't even understand. And if you're not a supporter or a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so you can get notified when we post future videos. And today, our video shout out goes to Love Channel. I don't know her real name or his real name. No, they're not a YouTube channel. They're just a subscriber. But we love you so much. I really appreciate all your nice comments and everything. But we are going to get going, and we will see y'all on Vlogtober Day 23. Bye!